Hey, this is Romano. I'm back with another video on the ketogenic diet. Now, I just finished up work, and in this video, you're gonna find out which supplements you do and don't need for a ketogenic diet. So, you're probably new to my page, and if so, I highly recommend you subscribe. You can learn a lot of shit. And learn a lot of shit? What the fuck is that? I don't even like that. So, you're probably new to my page, and if you're interested in learning about the ketogenic diet or any other random topics of value that deal with putting yourself out there, watching my experience of how I'm trying to build up an audience and a platform, you'll gain some value by subscribing to me. So, if you don't know who I am, my name is Romano, and I've been doing the ketogenic diet for almost 6 years now. I'm 21, and I started it when I was 16. I haven't been doing it all throughout that time, but I have been doing it on and off for cutting periods over those years. So I just finished up work, and I work at GNC, so oftentimes we have people coming in asking about supplements that they may need for the ketogenic diet. And besides the fact that I'm already ridiculously interested in the ketogenic diet itself, it's so much more eye-opening for me to see all the misinformation that gets spread about this diet. This is my attempt at trying to get better lighting, but you don't need the lighting, you just need to hear what I'm saying. About the ketogenic diet, because so many people come in and they've probably seen a couple videos on, eating high fats and using MCT oil and coconut oil and exogenous ketones and whatnot. And there's obviously a lot of good research on those topics. Just the thing is that people get a lot of misconceptions due to the lack of experience in the keto field, I'll say, on YouTube and media. So the keto diet is typically portrayed as eat shitloads of fat and, pile on the bacon, pile on the butter in your food, in your coffee, and that's how you're gonna lose weight. That's not how the diet actually works, and I have other videos that talk about that. But the point of this video is that I'm gonna answer the question of whether or not you need the popular quote-unquote keto supplements that are at the center of attention lately. So the main supplements themselves are supplements like the ones I mentioned. Exogenous ketones, which are basically ketones that you put in your body to enter a state of ketosis immediately, and also MCT oil and coconut oil, which is a food item but technically can be considered a supplement because of the way you just add it in, and it's not really something that, it's not a meal. So I use some of these things, but the point is, many people come into my store and they ask me, do I need this MCT oil stuff? Do I need these exogenous ketone stuff? And most of the time, 100% honest, I tell them to leave the store empty-handed rather than buying these things. It wasn't until recently that we got some better products with better deals, or if it's a certain specific circumstance that a person needs one of these supplements. For example, let's say somebody is a very intense athlete, or they keep up with a lot of sports, or they just work out pretty hard more than 4 times a week. If that is who you are, then you are just starting to enter the demographic of people who may benefit substantially from exogenous ketones. If you are fairly active enough to the point where you're exercising multiple times a week, MCT oil and coconut oil can be beneficial to you. They're not necessities. I frame them as luxury items. But if you are somebody who definitely works out at least 3 times a week, or you find yourself getting fatigued at certain times, you are the type of person who can benefit from MCT oil or coconut oil. Basically, MCT and coconut oil, the medium chain triglycerides within them, the MCTs, are the fastest digesting energy that you can have on a ketogenic diet. So basically, if you are in need of a recovery or a boost, those are the items which will be of use to you. They are natural food products, basically. They're not synthesized in a lab. So you don't have to worry about any issues of naturalness to them, or organicness, I guess, if that's a word. But the point is that is the circumstance that you will need MCTs and coconut oil for. Exogenous ketones are a different type of supplement altogether. And that's because although you can throw in those ketones into your body and that'll help you jump back into a ketogenic state. Oh geez, I'm probably bumping around this camera the whole time. They'll bump you back into a ketogenic state. And that is useful if you're doing some form of carb cycling. Now, on a keto diet, I don't really recommend carb cycling in general unless for whatever reason you have a plan and enough confidence to believe that you should be doing it. I'll have another video on this eventually, but if you are committed to carb cycling in some sort of way, or even if you just have it in your pocket that you can afford some exogenous ketones to bump back into ketosis after a binge weekend or something like that, that is a circumstance which exogenous ketones will be beneficial to you. They aren't necessary at all, and they should be used as an item which can help you bounce back. Additionally, if you're thinking about using them for fat loss, that is not essential at all. Ooh, not a good angle there. It's not essential to use exogenous ketones for fat loss because that will prevent your body from actually using its own ketones. That'll give your body external ketones from which to use for energy, which is the opposite of your goal on a fat loss plan when you're using keto for fat loss. If you're using keto for general well-being, yeah, you can get some enjoyment out of exogenous ketones because it'll probably make you feel better and maybe a little more mentally clear. But the same goes for MCTs and coconut oil. Overall, in my experience, most people who come into the store that I work at are misinformed in one way or another. It's very rare that I find somebody who comes in and speaks to me and understands what keto actually is, which is a result of depriving your body of carbohydrates, not a result of flushing your body full of fats and ketones. So overall, if you're interested in more about the ketogenic diet, my mission here with these videos is I want to eradicate all of this misinformation about the ketogenic diet. I want to be the person who helps spreads keto into a larger audience, and a larger audience that's actually informed. Because every other source that I've seen on YouTube, so many of them get it wrong. They get the literature wrong or they misinterpret it. And most of the time the literature is twisted by certain supplement companies. Not twisted, but they make certain items seem more necessary than they are just because they'll use some studies that were used from the times when keto was only used for a epilepsy diet. So when high fats and high ketones were necessary, and they'll kind of use that framework in that context to sell their products and make them seem more necessary than they actually are. Don't get me wrong, these products are still beneficial and can provide you some value. It's just that you have to be able to know that keto is a diet of food, not of supplements. And in fact, I think it's the diet that's most separate from supplement culture. And I'm somebody who sells supplements, so I'm very well familiar with supplement culture and how it can be presented in a way to make you consume more items than you may want or need. So overall, if you want to learn more about the ketogenic diet, if you're interested in any of my opinions on bodybuilding, fitness, personal development, philosophy, psychology, anything like that, hit the subscribe button and like my video, comment, let me know what you want to hear about. Let me know what you think I did well, what I didn't address, or what I did address in this video. Thank you. My name is Romano. Peace.